Most CRM implementation failures are completely preventable. I'm going to show you in this video exactly what to do in order to fix it before it breaks. Let me first define. Here's what a CRM is. It's a customer relationship management system. The reason that I want to get really clear on that is oftentimes we can mistake a marketing software, such as like a landing page builder, for a CRM. When we're talking about the two, both are necessary and important, but in this specific video, we're going to be talking about a CRM. That's going to be the conduit under which you're keeping all of your customers' records, their interactions with your company, their purchases, and so that is going to be the major part of what I'm defining in a CRM system. It can include additional processes such as your sales pipeline, your marketing, your fulfillment, or your customer onboarding, or access to a course. But as we're taking a look at this, we're going to focus mostly on the customer, their customer record, and their interactions with your company. So a lot of times what happens is somebody will purchase their CRM or their marketing platform, and it's sort of like your new toy. You immediately go in there and you're going to unbox that thing and you start trying to play with all of the different functionalities within this system. That's not a bad thing necessarily, except that a lot of times when we're talking about implementing a CRM, we're talking about the total customer record and contact and interactions. Additionally, that's the first place that I see a lot of things break is we jumped right in and we started right away and we did it without a clear map. They unbox it and they're taking a look at everything and they're doing that without a clear customer journey that has been mapped out. When I'm talking about a customer journey, I'm talking about the marketing, the sales, and the fulfillment, as well as the internal processes that are happening. So when we're talking about, hey, we don't want to break this right away, the very first thing that I see where it often breaks before somebody even begins is by not having a clear customer journey mapped out with blueprints for the different processes within your business. The second place where I see implementation fail for most businesses is in the system overload. Not necessarily because your CRM that you chose is going to overload or break because of the amount of things, but instead it's your team or the person or people you have implementing your CRM are trying to do too much all at once. So when we're talking about that first failure of not mapping and blueprinting out your customer journey, oftentimes what that can do for us is create an itemized list of things that need to be built. Now, when we're talking about any kind of new software, you are going to need to learn some of the nuances of that software. Hey, if I'm building out my emails, do I do that in this area of the CRM or that area of the CRM? So again, you want to have a clear blueprint so that you have a lovely, nice, itemized list of things that you're going to work on and what is most important when it comes to your implementation. Oftentimes what I see work the most successfully is by building out one process, testing it completely, and then moving on to the next process. The third reason that I see a lot of times a CRM implementation fail is because the team doesn't know exactly how the system runs. So oftentimes what we see is that people are going to have someone else, whether that's a team member or a contracted employee or somebody that you are finding, say, as a gig worker. They have them do the implementation. The problem sort of becomes in the training the team that's going to be running your business and running and working in the system, teaching them how to use the system, how to find the data that they need for that customer, how to see what the next set of communication is that's going out to that customer, how to see if the customer is interacting with it, and how to pull all of those analytics together. The big thing that I don't want for you is I don't want you to purchase expensive software, expensive implementation, and then have a system that nobody can use. So avoid these 3 key failure points of lack of planning, trying to build everything all at once, and finally, not training your team on how to use the system. If you're wanting to learn how to avoid failure points 1 and then subsequently 2 and 3, check out this video here where I'm talking all about your customer journey, how to build it out, and why it's important.